fasten your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Chrissie is hilarious.
Chrissie, have you ever heard of the comedian Basha K. Ali?
No, that sounds like something you yell at before you blow up a plane.
Basha K. Ali!
30 seconds remaining.
But you know what good thing to say? I dabbled in stand-up or something. I have no disrespect for you at all.
I was very confused by the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once, because that's also what we call it when Ash takes off his shirt. I shouldn't be up here. I should be in school on the other side of the ocean. Hello. Good morning. If you're just waking up, it is Thursday, February 16th, 2023, 2 days after Valentine's Day. So all that discount candy, that's going to be sitting at CVS, waiting for you to come by and pick it up. Treat yourself. And if you head over to your local grocery store, you might be lucky and able to pick up some chocolate-covered strawberries just about to spoil. Yeah, you know the ones that are real juicy at the bottom and there's liquid sloshing back and forth. Yeah, I bet those are real cheap right now. What's up, guys? Welcome to Mayr in the Morning. Late and gay as always. So much going on. Last night I did an unusual activity, and it's not what you're thinking. I co-moderated a libertarian panel. It was all Larry Sharp's idea. No, I love Larry Sharp. It's always fun. I enjoy libertarians. It was like a back and forth forum, not a debate, between, I guess, the future libertarian presidential candidates. We asked each other questions and they talked about like their platforms. You know how politics goes, but I think with this group, it was a little bit less, politicky than you're used to. What I really liked is the question that I really liked the question I brought up. But it's something I later posted onto Twitter. And that was, what do you think is the worst or most damaging stereotype against libertarians and the Libertarian Party? And I feel like that question brought up the most interesting conversation because it forces everybody to think outside of themselves. And with a lot of libertarians, they can get to be kind of like any group, insular, sort of navel gazing, sort of just like talking about themselves. And I think libertarians often lose sight of how they're perceived and what regular, when I say regular people, I just mean like the average person who is only familiar with the duopoly and doesn't know that that a third party vote isn't a total waste of a vote. Anyway, so I just think it's helpful to always think about how you're being perceived instead of just, fighting with other members of your group. But it was fun. It was a good time. I love Larry Sharp. Go check it out. Go back and listen to it. It's on Larry Sharp's YouTube channel, or it's on the Sharp Way. I think he has 2 channels. So check it out. Even if you're a libertarian curious, I think it's good to listen to. See what these guys are talking about. Woo, I'm going on the road next week. I finally booked my flights to California. Finally. I waited till the week before. When the prices are nice and low. It's okay. This trip was like very slow to come together. I'll be doing a little bit of dabbling in Los Angeles. It might be in a couple of documentaries, a couple of spots here and there. Then I'm headlining in Pasadena. There's a few tickets left for this show. Next Thursday, February 23rd, at the Pasadena Elks Lodge. Lila Hart will be opening for me. I love Lila. We're just going to tear around California together. Road trip. I have to rent a car too. I can't wait to get banged over the coals in the car rental. I'm always like, do I want insurance? I'm going to get insurance. If I'm driving somebody else around, I definitely get insurance. But if it's just me, I'm like, eh. Then I'm going to San Diego Friday, February 24th and Saturday the 25th. So next weekend, Friday and Saturday, I'll be at the Mic Drop Comedy Club. Get your tickets now. I think there might only be a few left for these shows as well, but I got to check in with them. It should be really, really fun. Then I don't know if the tickets are available yet, but I will be headlining in New York City at the Grizzly Pear Midtown on March 25th. I believe that's a Saturday. Then I'm off to tropical Staten Island, headlining the Reef at Paradise Island. See, you'd read this and you would think that Staten Island was such a tropical place. Like, oh, the Reef. There's the word paradise. Oh my God. Staten Island sounds like a wonderful place. It's an island. And then you get there and you're like, oh, that's Friday, April 7th. Then I'm in Morris Plains, New Jersey, Saturday, April 8th at Tiff's Ale House, also known as the Dojo of Comedy. Then I'm heading back to Dallas Friday, May 5th and Saturday, May 6th. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. Lila Hart will be opening for me as well at these shows too. Then we got Anime Matsuri in August. Simcast will be at the convention August 10th through the 13th. And then I'm headlining that same weekend, Friday, August 11th at the Secret Group. Sort of an unofficial after party for the convention. So get your tickets. Let's go hang out and have fun, guys. Fun, fun, fun. You can wear your costumes if you want. I don't care. Live your life. Just live your life. Hey. David Lowe. Time to get low with David Lowe. David, have you ever thought of having a show and calling it like Get Low with David Lowe or the Down Low? Remember, folks, when you're having a bad day and you feel pathetic, at least you aren't the guy who drove 15 hours to marry Melonie Mac and then sued her like a petulant child when your delusions didn't come true. Is he truly suing her? I got to talk to Melonie and see what's going on there. I tried to connect her with some people that could help. Some people. No, I'm kidding. I just mean people in law enforcement. So, yeah, I guess her stalker is trying to like punish her legally for him stalking her. It doesn't seem to make any sense at all, and it's a shame. It literally could not be happening to a nicer, sweeter girl. Melonie does not deserve any of this. But people do get obsessed. This is the internet, baby. It's the wild, wild west. So you got to be able to deal with stalkers, creepers, all the things. But yeah, I think she'll be okay. I think she's got a lot of help. Look at me. I am the husband now. I think Melonie Mac has a GoFundMe going on right now, or Give Send Go, to help with her legal fees. Let's see. I posted it last night. Wow. It's so crazy. He's taking her to court. That's so fucking crazy. Like, dude, just buy a new hat. Get rid of the wet hat, like I said months ago. Melonie Mac Stalker Protection Fund. Oh my God, they've already raised over $9,000. Here's the down low. Since November of 2022, I've been dealing with a stalker who drove 15 hours to see me and wait for me in a parking lot after his delusions told him I could be his future wife. It's not funny. I don't know why I'm laughing. Despite blocking him multiple times, I'm trying to just leave him alone. Have him leave me alone. And he has created a plethora of new accounts to harass me, and he has even brought me to court in an attempt to disarm me via his own stalker claim, to which the judge dismissed and told him he was being ridiculous. I have made videos on the matter and provided evidence, including his own admission here. I'm talking to a lawyer now and raising funds for lawyer fees, as well as security cameras for my home. Girl, you should have already had these. Thank you all so much, and everyone that's been able to help. Wow. And look, that's everyone who's donated. Wow. Okay, cool. This should be, thank you guys for supporting Melonie. I really hope she gets this figured out. This guy is obviously pretty delusional, and I feel for her. If I lived close by, I would go fucking stand in front of her house and be like, "What? What?" Because I'm very intimidating. I don't know if you guys knew this. What's up, Tehran? What's up, Tehran? Tehran the Black. Please tell me that you saw that actual fandom clip of him calling Eric July a chunky monkey. He later got called out by Adam/Sitch in a debate. Who's him? Do you mean Melonie Stalker? Or are you talking about something else? Oh my God, the Waffles is scratching at the door. I'm not getting. Once I go live, I'm not getting up. Okay. Any dogs that are in the room before I go live, stay in the room. But once I go live, I'm not going up to let in more dogs. I'm not getting up to open the door. But she's literally gonna scratch a freaking hole in the door. Okay, I would like to look into that, Tehran. I'm not really sure what you're talking about. I want to talk about Chelsea Handler because she's trending right now, which is what she wanted. So yesterday I played this when I had a podcast. God, I forget who even I was talking to. Actually, no, this was 6 days ago. She posted this. Chelsea Handler, just another day. So here's Chelsea Handler posting her video of, if you guys haven't seen it, this is what the internet is making a fuss about right now, is Chelsea Handler, a millionaire, a feminist millionaire who's a child-free woman who's like doing fine, by the way, and like not hurting anybody. Like, if people don't find her funny, who fucking cares? But it's like she's not hurting anybody. Let her live her single child-free life. Anyway, so here's the video she posted.
This is a day in the life of a childless woman. I wake up at 6 a.m. I remember that I have no kids to take to school, so I take an edible, masturbate.
Oh, this was on The Daily Show. Okay.
And go back to sleep. I wake up at 12:30 p.m. and get ready for a busy day of.
By the way, this was my schedule when I was unemployed, like waking up afternoon and masturbating. I'm like, doesn't she have business meetings? Isn't she a businesswoman? Like, isn't she a boss? I know she's trying to be funny, but I'm just like, oh, so far this seems like an unemployed schedule.
Doing whatever the I feel like. I put on my most impractical and stylish shoes since I won't be chasing a child around the grocery store. I go to my fave spot in Paris to grab a croissant. I do a meditation sesh on the plane since I have no screaming kids, allowing me all the time in the world to become enlightened. The weightlessness of my existence has granted me superhuman powers. I teleport myself back home. This is a day in the
oopsie. This is silly and a little cringy, but like
around the grocery store. I go to my fave spot in Paris to grab a croissant. I do a meditation sesh on the plane since I have no screaming kids, allowing me all the time in the world to become enlightened. The weightlessness of my existence has granted me superhuman powers. I teleport myself back home. Then I get ready for a night out with whatever hot guy I met on Raya that morning.
If you're a single guy, please, and you live in the Los Angeles area, please log on to Raya and see if you can match with Chelsea Handler. That would make me so happy. Like, guys, shoot your shot. Clearly, like, she's telling you what app she's on. She's DTF.
Morning. I call up a babysitter and tell her that I don't need her since I still don't have kids. Now it's time for a workout, so I hit Mount Everest for a quick climb. I invent a time machine, go back in time, and kill Hitler. Freeze, you bastard! It's amazing what you can do when you have this much free time. And that's a day in the life of a childless woman.
Okay. Anyway, the internet's upset about this. I even tweeted yesterday about this. I'm like, oh, you're going to die alone. Like, I too was making a joke. Like, I lay dying in my hospice bed because I realized Hollywood is fake and I have no children, right? But it's like, clearly Chelsea Handler is, not only is she fine, but she's more than fine. And here's the thing is, like, being a feminist works out great when you're a millionaire. In fact, millionaire women are the only women who should be feminists because they're the only ones who can afford to be feminists. Like, she doesn't really need a husband. Like, she clearly like fucks whoever she wants. She doesn't need a man for financial support. She's good. I don't think we should worry about Chelsea Handler. And she's clearly doing this to piss off conservatives. And she did it. Everybody fell into her trap. I bought one, but still. Okay, this is something else. And I wonder if this was her response to the outrage about her clip about being childless.
Oh, hello. It's me, Chelsea Handler, cis white female, chilling in my trans friendly bathroom. Because I'm trans friendly, my bathroom.
Why she's a millionaire? Why can't she afford to like put a microphone on her and like why do we have to hear your echoey ass bathroom? Like I'm always so shocked when I see celebrities have like no podcasting setup, no equipment, like no sense of what they need to do to look and sound good on camera. I'm always shocked by this.
Is open to anyone.
Okay, so this is not about her response to her childless video. Thanks for watching, Ben Shapiro. I haven't bothered to watch any of your clips, but you sound like a real asshole. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, so here is
A day in the
Chelsea's response 12 hours ago. I guess Tucker Carlson talked about it because it's so easy. It is so Chelsea Handler is very easy to make fun of. I get it. She's like the stereotypical single childless woman, but like honestly, Chelsea's the one having the last laugh. She's rich, bitch. Like she doesn't, and she is literally doing this to get precisely this group of people pissed off in talking about her. Like if you're talking about Chelsea Handler, she's one. She's a comedian. We can't be expecting female comedians to be the like the trad wife dream. You know what I mean? Like women who pursue comedy are not looking to they're not looking for that traditional path to begin with because as people know, you have to sink at least 10 years into pursuing stand-up comedy for anything to begin to pay off. And honestly, I would say now that you don't even need 10 years with like social media platforms. Like you could go viral in a very small amount of time and get a career going. So I would say but it used to be for stand up, like the craft of perfecting stand up, you need 10 years. And guess what most women want to do with 10 years when they're in their 20s? They want to find a man and settle down. Most women do not want to pursue stand up comedy, which is why there are fewer women in comedy. People go, "Oh, why are there so many men? It's male dominated." It's cuz like women don't want to do this. Women don't want to do road gigs. Women don't want to stay in shitty hotels. Women don't want to like live with multiple roommates in Brooklyn, going to open mics for 10 years, praying that the right person sees them and gets them a late night spot on Colbert or something. So Chelsea she's joking around. She wants attention. She is a comedian still. Remember, whether you like her or not, it's like she's doing what she wants. And like, thank God we live in America and Chelsea has been able to pursue this path and climb the ranks and get to the level where she's at now. Like, good for her. Isn't that what we love about this country? Is that like anybody can become anything they want if they work hard enough. But here is the response to Chelsea's video.
A day in the life of a childless woman. The point is to make you feel good about being an aging, deeply unlikable woman who never had kids.
I hate when men's like, "Oh, you're aging." Everybody is aging. Literally, if you're watching this right now and you're alive, you're aging. Tucker, I love Tucker, but he's aging. I don't know. I just think it's annoying when people go, "Oh, you're aging."
Kid.
Feminists like Chelsea Handler, they've been lied to by their society forever, that you could be a girl boss and you can do anything a man can do, which everyone who's ever seen a woman back up a vehicle knows that's not true.
That's actually really funny. No, Chelsea's doing great. And I mentioned in my tweet, like, let's leave Chelsea alone because who we should feel bad for are the female comics who haven't made it, who are not going to make it, who live in Brooklyn with multiple roommates. They're single, they're childless, and they're going to die and be eaten by their cats. Like, that's who we should feel for. Because these women slip through the cracks. And you know what? Maybe Chelsea could set up some kind of scholarship for like sad single female comics that are feminists, because yes, feminism is kind of a trap, and there is a fair amount of brainwashing going on that can lead you down an unhappy life. But again, if you're a millionaire, if your show or podcast or whatever takes off, like you're okay. It's almost like money makes you exempt from needing a man, which is clearly where Chelsea is. And she's clearly happy without it. So the judgment from Jesse Kelly or Tucker Carlson isn't going to make her be like, "Oh my God, what have I done? I really should settle down." No, she's rich. Like, she doesn't care. She just wants to trend on Twitter, and she's done that. Who I do worry for are the women who are fans of Chelsea Handler, who don't have money like she has and resources like she has, and they go, "Oh yeah, that looks so glamorous," but they're fucking broke and they can't do shit, and they don't have the money to either get their own career going, or they're not going to meet a man who's going to help support them. So like, that's who we should feel for.
Your womb resembles a dried up tumbleweed blowing down an old Western town, and your Valentine's Day date for the 10th year in a row.
And like, women who don't want to have kids don't care about the status of their womb. Like that's very much a dude take, because guys largely value women. It's biological. It's not their fault, but men mostly value women based on their youth and beauty and how sort of fertile they look. So that, like, this is not the making fun of Chelsea Handler's dry womb is like not going to have an effect, because she knows it's dry.
Is a 10-year-old copy of Magic Mike and a half full bottle of Xanax.
This lady is miserable. I mean, she is miserable, and it's written all over her face how
So even if she is miserable, like, who cares? Like, who cares? How is that I mean, clearly it's my business. I'm making it my business too. Here I am talking about it. But I just feel like conservatives waste a lot of time trying to convince people to not want things that they want, instead of promoting things that they themselves want, instead of uplifting what they consider to be good values.
miserable she is.
Hey everyone, I woke up this morning, well, more like this afternoon, and noticed that there was an emergency meeting of the Receding Hairline Society.
Oh no. Did Tim Pool comment on it? I hate that everyone always uses this picture of him. Oh. Hey, and that's fair. They took a dig at her dried womb, so she's going to take a dig at their signs of aging.
To discuss a comedy video I filmed about not wanting kids. Wow. Why would I even need my own children when I get to hear these crybabies all the time? I mean, I can't believe that bearded version of Tucker Carlson thinks I would take a half a bottle of Xanax. I take way more than that, you silly goose. Look, I don't want to debate whether or not I'm a girl boss, although I did just look at my bank account and think that's pretty girl boss. And then I thought about the 10 different people, plus 10 plus different people I've been able to put through college.
That's actually really cool. I was really happy to hear her say that, because clearly Chelsea like has chosen not to have kids. I believe she's had like several abortions. Like, she clearly did not want to have kids. But I like hearing that she helped put some people through college. I don't know if she's talking about her employees or like nieces or nephews or whatever, but you know, just because you don't have kids doesn't mean you can't positively help to shape the next generation. And clearly she's doing that by, I mean, you know, college might also be a total fucking waste of money and an indoctrination camp, but she's, you know, there's a good deed there. And what about all the people who can't have kids, who really wanted to have kids? They should not be shamed for their situation.
And then I remembered my 6 New York Times best-selling books. Or was it 5? Oh, no, it was 6. And then I remember my recent stand-up special that was just released on Netflix called Revolution. And I thought, yeah, you are a girl boss. You guys seem so triggered by me. I mean, my goodness, Tucker, I think it is time for you to ask yourself a serious question. Are you really upset about how much freedom I have? Or are you upset that you haven't been able to take it away from me yet?
This is like, I hate this. This is the icky leftist take that she has. Oh, that Tucker Carlson wants to take. I hate this stupid notion that some of these liberal women think that like men just want to take their rights away. It's so stupid. I think underneath it all, like, you know, you listen to Shapiro or Tucker or Matt Walsh, and they seem very preachy, and they're like dads yelling at their daughters, like, you're not making the right choices, you're gonna regret this, I think underneath all that yelling and preachiness from men on the right is honestly a concern. I think like men have this deep some men have a deep desire to kind of like take care of women and take care of a family and really help. I think men really do thrive when they're helping others. Whereas I feel like some women really thrive when they're caring or showing empathy for others, like nurturing, right? So I think when these conservative men like go off on somebody like Chelsea Handler, I think it's like deep down they want to feel like they're helping her, but it's like because they see this woman that they believe has gone off path and they want to help get her on the right path. But it's like she's too old. She's clearly chosen her path. She's very happy and content with her path. I think it's easy to pick on her because it's what she represents in society, and it's the model, it's the example that she's showing for other women, and they're probably afraid like other women will look to her and think that that's the way to go, and then they'll end up Chelsea's age and not be as rich as her and not feel as fulfilled as her and have deep regrets, but then like no accomplishments either. They'll be, I think a lot of women are staying in jobs that they hate. It's like sucking the best years out of their life, and they're not. They probably want to. The sad thing is when a woman does want to get married and have kids, and she can't because she's stuck in a dead end job or tricked by feminism. But like Chelsea's owning this. She's thriving. She's rich. But I can't stand this dumb when women say, "Oh, you're upset that you haven't been able to take my rights away." Like Tucker Carlson does not want to take anybody's rights away. I think he's just concerned that like you are possibly leading women astray. But you know what? If you're a woman who can be led astray by Chelsea Handler, then it was probably very easy to lead you in the first place. But again, I think that comes from a man's kind of like protective urge, like, rah, you're leading women astray. I think and Chelsea's even like, yeah, hey, you can be happy without kids. I mean, it's much easier to be happy without kids when you're a millionaire. She's got, I'm sure, tons of friends, and she's not gonna die alone. The nurses will be there. Okay, she's gonna be able to hire a lot of help, so she'll be fine. But nobody wants to take away. I mean, maybe John Doyle is the only guy that wants to take away women's rights, but most conservative men are like happy to have you keep voting. Like it's like they want abortions to be safe, legal, and rare. They don't like it when you're gloating about your abortions, which is why Chelsea Handler had pissed off these men to begin with. But nobody wants to take away your rights, girl. But this is like when she says something like this, it triggers women, and it triggers women into like this fear state, like men like Tucker, like Jesse, like Ben Shapiro are trying to take away my rights. Oh, fuck them. I'm on Chelsea's side. And it's like you shouldn't really be trying to trigger people out of fear.
Are you upset that you haven't been able to take it away from me yet? Oh, and quick shout out to Ben Shapiro. Thank you for helping my cause of not having children.
How is that? Oh, okay.
Who needs the birth control pill when your voice is 100% effective?
Wah, wah. It'd be a funnier joke if she says, "Who needs the pill when my personality is 100% effective?" Because I always think it's better to go self-deprecating. I think that's even a joke that I've told over the years.
I don't need a husband, Ben, because I'm in a relationship with myself. And
that does sound very sad. I'm in a relationship with myself. Guess who's also in a relationship with themselves? Everybody.
At least in my relationship, someone can get a woman to come.
That's funny. That's probably the best joke of this video.
And by all means, Tucker, if you want to respond to my triggers, I will be happy to keep putting out videos as long as you want. I think we both know that you are hate masturbating to me.
I wish that this was coming off more genuine, this video, instead of like, it seems kind of performative. Like, I don't know. I'm not seeing like vulnerable, honest Chelsea. She's clearly feeling like defensive, and I wish she didn't have to feel defensive because she fucking live your life, girl.
Hey, and I'm down with that.
I wonder how many takes it took her to do that. Any questions at The Daily Show? What is she working with The Daily Show? Maybe she just was promoting her new special there. If you don't want, okay, this is some of the comments from Jessica O'Donnell. If you don't want kids, that's fine, but don't pretend as if a woman wasn't designed to marry, be fruitful, and multiply. Living out our intended purposes is the most fulfilling thing we can do. Selling women a lie that sleeping around is fulfilling is gross. And this is, I think, where the concern comes from. It's not that anybody wants to tell Chelsea Handler what to do, or you can't change her mind. It is this selling of this lie that feminism perpetuates and women like Chelsea Handler glamorize. And like being mad at Chelsea Handler for not settling down and having kids is like being mad at Leonardo DiCaprio for not settling down and having kids. These celebrities don't have to. They're rich enough that they don't have to do shit that they don't want to, and they're fine. Do these revolting men stop for a split second to consider that whilst many of us are happy with our decisions to not have children, some women are heartbroken about their inability to conceive, and their disgusting takes hurt those women? No, I don't think those takes hurt those women because they're not directed at women who can't conceive. They're directed at literally just Chelsea. There's definitely a culture war with the nuclear family crowd and the pro-abortion crowd. Yeah, that's true. To me, it just seems like an evolution of that battle. We don't want young women making the same mistake that you did. It's too late for you, but don't lead other women to give up the joy of holding their newborn for the first time. And here's the thing is like when conservatives complain about the influence that women like Chelsea Handler have over the next generation of women, it's like, okay, you're not going to stop Chelsea Handler from having influence. So why don't you make your influence louder? Why don't we just focus on promoting the values that we want to uphold instead of being like, don't look over there. Don't look at her. Because it's going to be hard to make the case that Chelsea Handler's not doing great. Like women look at her and go, oh, she's fucking rich and she lives in a huge, gorgeous house. She's traveling all the time. That's what a lot of young women want. But what young women don't realize is like, they're probably not going to become millionaires like Chelsea Handler. So it might help to have that support system in the form of a husband and their family and then your family. And then that's how we can grow that way. Most common causes of vaginal dryness. And then, of course, they pick all the most unflattering photos of these people. Girl boss indeed. Not everyone can be a girl boss, though. That's where women get led astray. You're not going to become a girl boss working 9 to 5 as a secretary, you know? Like it's just, I think, I don't know. I'd rather hear Chelsea talking about like here's how to start your own business. Here's like tips on how, if you really don't want to have a man and settle down, like, okay, here's tips how you can make more than enough money where you won't need a partner. Like help people in that way. But I'm sure she is. I heard her say that she put a few people through college, but again, what did they major in? Are they psych majors or are they majoring in like, you know, a trade or something? Okay, I'm gonna go to these super chats. I don't think anyone is pissed that Chelsea Handler made it and doesn't have kids. And I see so many comments like, yeah, we're happy you didn't have kids, Chelsea. Like we're happy you didn't pass your genes down. Let's feel bad for all the women who sunk like a decade plus into stand-up and nothing came of it. That's who we should feel for. Okay, let's go to your super chats. Matthew Hammond, I thought I could not care less about a person with Eliza. And then you brought up Chelsea Handler. How many takes and drinks did it take to complete, right? She's like, let me do that again, but seem sassier. But good for her. Like whatever. I'm sure let me see if she's promoting a tour right now. That would be smart. She's got a special or a tour or a book out right now. That would explain a lot. Yep. She does. She's got dates. She's got dates all through April and May and June. So now what we've all done is helped to promote her dates. So now all the single childless women can now go to her shows. Cuz that's what Chelsea is selling. Like she is selling, that's her brand is embracing the child-free lifestyle, the brunch lifestyle, you know? That's what everyone is selling something. I hate to sound cynical, but like she's clearly selling something. And she did it in the perfect way. So now anybody who is leftist or they think Tucker or Matt Walsh reminds them of their preachy dad, they're going to go, yeah, fuck them. I'm going to go to one of your shows, Chelsea. David Carpenter for 5. Funny, I'm a childless man with a dog. I'm sad sometimes that I haven't had kids, but my annoyance with Handler's video is about my life choices, not hers. Yeah, and David, you know what? You're still, I mean, men do have it slightly easier where you don't hit a certain age and then you definitely can't have kids anymore. Like, I don't even know how old you are. It doesn't matter. But you probably, if you really, really wanted to, you might still be able to have kids, right? You're a dude. You're a fucking dude. Right. It's just everybody is responsible for their own choices. Christopher Gore, thanks for the super chat. I learned the term joy eater from Carrie Smith. That does sound like something she would say. And it really describes Chelsea and those like her. They literally hate people being happy. It's sick. I think Chelsea hates being preached to. And as a former feminist myself, I remember it. Like you couldn't tell me shit, like I embraced like bucking traditional expectations. Like it's what makes you feel like you're cool and different. Everybody wants to be cool and special and different. And for these women, for these feminists, this is what makes them feel cool, special, different. So you're not going to shame them into wanting the things that are the opposite of what makes them feel special. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I would say it's probably possible that she hates like Tucker and Matt Walsh and like all these conservative dudes. And I remember, like she is selling something. Deranged lunatic Chrissy, did you see Melonie Mac's latest video? No. I heard that she was gonna address her stalker situation. Apache, thanks for the super chat. If Chelsea didn't care, she wouldn't have made that cope TikTok. Commenting on it is to help younger women not fall for her lie. Yeah, I get it. I get that. That's why people are engaged about this right now. Because I think the percentage of women who can be very fulfilled and happy, like Chelsea, is very small. And there's probably a larger percentage of women who feel fulfilled and happy by having children. And to let that small minority of people convince the larger majority of people that to go their way, it's like, it's unfortunate. But you can't stop people from following who they want to follow, right? Like we all have to make our own mistakes. So at the end of the day, like what does it really come down to? You're not going to preach to strangers on the internet. I think if there's a young woman in your life, like a niece or a daughter that's in this age group, right? She's probably the only one you can have an effect over and give advice to. Or if someone comes to you for advice, sure. But you can't give people advice who are not looking for advice. Ghost Crusaders. Joe Coy must be very happy. Are they still dating? Joe Coy is a comedian who I think was or is with Chelsea Handler right now. But you know what? She did mention on her thing, like banging whoever she met off Raya. So maybe they've broken up. Mark Zart, she's definitely going to be the neighborhood crazy cat lady. Meow. Melissa Helene, thanks for the super chat. Betty White died in the company of her assistant. Oh. You know, I've been an assistant for many years. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to see any of my bosses die. That's kind of depressing. Yeah, isn't that sad? Betty White was so nationally beloved for so many years. She's like one of the least contradictory old people, and she died with her assistant. Oh, that's kind of sad. But maybe her and assistant were super close. Like maybe she felt like a daughter to her. You never know. Voice of the people, what's up? Thanks for the super chat. Morning, could you make sense of the info I gave you on Discord? I have not been on Discord. I've been packing for California. I've been doing shows. I've got 2 interviews today plus an appearance. So I will get to Discord when I can. Thank you though. What's up, Tehran? Jeremy played it on Cobra Cast last night. Okay, I haven't seen that. I'm so behind, guys. I'm so behind on all my shows. Oh, she thought she was reading a script. 20-somethings on TikTok pulled this off so much better. Yeah, of course. Why do we care if Chelsea Handler is truly happy or not? You know why? I think because we want to be able to prove that like her way of life is not the way to happiness. So people pick apart everything she does and says like, see, look, she's not happy. We're right. She's wrong. She's miserable. Like she might not be miserable. And I think like, it's like we'd rather be right than really observe what's going on. And again, like she's got tons and tons of cash. She's probably not feeling like resentful or regretful yet. Yeah, I don't even know about what kind of information you sent me on Discord. I have just no idea what that is. Oh, Alan, 3 ladies I respect on YouTube are Chrissie Mayr, Fair and Balanced, and Megan Fox, but you made a terrible mistake with DeFango. The guy is a nasty troll. Check his background. Another Liza Blue. You know, I've only had DeFango on like once or twice briefly, maybe on Simcast and maybe another stream just to speak about the Eliza stuff. Like I don't know, you know, I'm not gonna have him on for like a one-on-one or anything. He just like we just threw him on because he was kind of relevant to the conversation about Eliza. The most effective way would be to ignore her completely. She should go to her children and tell him that, oh yeah, she doesn't have any. Most childless women end up depressed and lonely, being discovered dead and partially eaten by their cats. Yeah, I would say largely that's true, but there are probably some that don't feel that way. Oh my God, gamer. I ask myself this every day. I didn't get propped up by the mainstream. I don't know. That definitely helps. It helps when you have the right political opinions, I guess. But that's okay. That just means I have to do it on my own. I'm about to be a single feminist comic to get some of that sweet, sweet Handler money. If anything, Chelsea Handler provides false hope to female comics. Sorry, you're aging. Oh no, everyone's aging. If Chelsea didn't care, she wouldn't have made that Cope TikTok. Commenting on it is to help younger women not fall for her lie. I already read that. Yup. She's a celebrity. She's going to do whatever the fuck she wants. Okay, wow, there's so much in the news. This was funny. Shout out to Isabella Riley for triggering the media just from being herself. I'm dying over the media outrage over this. So I guess multiple people have posted about her becoming an ambassador. This is from Right Wing Watch. Log cabin Republicans name homophobic bigots Isabella Riley Moody as an outspoken ambassador. Oh, that's so funny. The Randy Report. Politics, pop culture, and entertainment news of interest to the LGBT community. So why would the LGBTQ community care about Isabella Riley? Do you know what I mean? The average reader of the Randy Report, let's say it's like a gay, non-binary, barista in Portland, Oregon, they would normally never come across Isabella Riley if it weren't for the Randy Report. So it's almost like, is the Randy Report trying to piss the baristas off by introducing them to her? I don't know. It's fun. It's fun to call like a very pretty girl a homophobe. Here's another one from that's so funny. New pro-Nazi log cabin ambassador wishes society would stop putting figs on a pedestal. Our society puts figs on a pedestal. Raves log cabin Republican. I wonder if the other GOP one-time ambassador Rick Grenell can save the day from this. What you're about to watch is beyond gay bashing. It's hate. It's xenophobia 101. Again, I don't think anyone is afraid of gay people. It's not a good... We need to think of a new word. Because there's no fear here. Oh, let's see what Isabella thinks. Let's see what Isabella thinks about Chelsea Handler.
Hello, let's react to a new viral video circulating Twitter from the one, the only, oldest...
So much sass. I love this already.
And haggest of all old hags herself, Chelsea Handler. A day in the life of a childless woman. Let's watch what this old haggish whore has to say.
This is a day in the life of a...
Ew.
Ew. I'm watching an EFAP. I'm doing an EFAP of an EFAP.
Ew. Like, let's go back. Like, what the heck, Aruni, is going on here? Okay. That is like the ugliest. Like, you're rich enough to get Botox, bitch. Get Botox. But oh my gosh. You couldn't just leave it as being an old, miserable, childless woman because you have no children to take care of in the morning. But no, I
don't think Chelsea really doesn't seem miserable. And even if she is, like, who cares? There's so many people that are miserable. Like, have you guys seen the suicide statistics lately? Like, teenage girls are at an all-time low and all-time high in terms of depression. Why do we care that a rich celebrity is miserable?
You had to go a step further and say, I'm going to take an edible and then masturbate. I don't even like to say that word because it makes me want to vomit. This is what your life looks like.
Wait, you don't masturbate, Isabella? Come on.
Late to have kids now, but
the I feel like
I purpose in life when it comes to raising a kid, raising a family, and serving a husband. Got it. How fulfilling. I'm sure you're going to find this so fulfilling on your deathbed, bitch.
I put on my spot in Paris to meet
a husband who loves you and having children who adore you and that look up to you.
But here's the thing, like, Chelsea Handler would not have gotten to the level that she's got. She wouldn't have had all this money and success if she were focused on someone else. Part of getting married and having kids is you have to focus on others. And like, at no point in Chelsea's life has she seemed to be like really valuing focusing on others. Like, it's been all about her. So I don't think she would be a good wife or mother.
Right. But who wants to deal with crying and all the terrible thing? I don't have time to wait side of me.
Okay, I was hoping this would be a clip about like proving like what a homophobe Isabella is. She's great. She's funny. Isabella. I gotta get her on the show. Like, you can't not every woman is a good wife and mother, for sure. So what's the sense in shaming women that are not cut out for that into doing something they don't want to do? I think it's like the women that are on the fence. You hope that those are not the ones that are brainwashed into not doing something they deep down really want to do because they don't have the self-confidence or they don't feel like they can do it or meet somebody or Whatever, not a millionaire. No one should be feeling bad for a millionaire. Matthew Hammond, I thought I could not. Oops, I already did that. I already read that. Thank you, though. Did Chelsea Handler get hired at E because she was dating the CEO? That is what I heard. That is what I heard too. See? That's how you move up, baby. What's up, Chugi Show? Sadly, marriage and or children aren't in my future. See, like we're all one big club. I mean, I'm getting married, but not everybody who doesn't get married and have kids is like a cunty feminist either. Sometimes just the timing doesn't work out. Dirt by Chrissy, I want to be digitally trafficked by you. Also, I'd love for you to interview Joker from the Better Bachelor YouTube channel. I've never heard of that person. Joker. I'm going to write it down just for you, Dirt Bike. Joker, Better Bachelor. Okay. K-Max, what's up, K-Max? Chelsea Handler might rail against white privilege and how it oppresses her as a feminist. Could someone send her to Saudi Arabia or Iran to see where that gets her? Yes, she's very cozy here in America. Strange lunatic. Rest in peace, Raquel Welch. No. No way. She died? Oh my God. She wasn't even that old. How old is she? 82. Okay. That's old. I mean, that's old enough to die. Everyone's old enough to die. Way to bring the room down, deranged lunatic. Raquel Welch. Did anyone fap to her in here? Remembered at Hollywood by Hollywood after death at 82. Professional and glamorous beyond belief. Yeah, she looks pretty good. She looks better than Chelsea Handler. Whatever she's doing. Good for her.
You know, words.
Okay. Hollywood is mourning the death of actress Raquel Welch, the superstar who catapulted to fame in the 60s with Fantastic Voyage and 1 Million Years BC, died Wednesday. Oh, that was yesterday. At the age of 82. Her rep, Steve Sauer, confirmed to Fox News Digital. Raquel Welch, the legendary bombshell actress of film, television, and stage, passed away peacefully early this morning after a brief illness. I wonder if she was... No, she was... also old. Sauer said the 82-year-old actress burst into Hollywood in her initial roles in 1 Million Years BC and Fantastic Voyage. Her career spanned over 50 years, starring in 30 films and 50 television series and appearances. The Golden Globe winner in more recent years was involved in a very successful line of wigs. Oh, she got into that wig game. Raquel leaves 2 children behind, son Damian Welch and her daughter Tanny Welch. Oh, she looks really good. I mean, if this is a current picture, she looked great. Fox News host Neil Cavuto paid tribute to Welch on Wednesday, calling her a remarkable woman who stood the test of time on Your World. The Fox News host explained that Welch passed away due to a brief illness before stating there was nothing brief about her life or impact on Hollywood. Law & Order SVU alum Chris Melonie took to Twitter to share his surprise to the news and wrote, Raquel Welch dying is a very weird feeling. Reese Witherspoon, Welch's Legally Blonde co-star. She was in Legally Blonde. I love that movie. Honored the actress on Wednesday. So sad to hear about Raquel Welch's passing. I loved working with her on Legally Blonde. She was elegant, professional, and glamorous beyond belief. Simply stunning. May all her angels carry her home, Witherspoon wrote, adding a dove emoji. Sending love to her family and her many fans, she concluded. Another co-star of Welch, Paul Feig. Is it Feig? Is it Feig? Also took to Twitter to pay tribute to the late actress. This is so sad. I had the pleasure of working with Ms. Welch when I was a regular on the Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and she was awesome. His tweet began, kind, funny, and a true superstar whom I pretty much who I was pretty much in love with for most of my childhood. We've lost a true icon. Abbott Elementary actor Bruno Amata took to Twitter to share a throwback image with Welch to remember the total bombshell. Raquel Welch began adding the heart emojis. This was 7 years ago. She was a guest on The Talk, and I was working on the show Baby Daddy. Somehow our dressing rooms were across from each other. She was so gracious and still a total bombshell, and I was in complete awe. The official Muppet Twitter account remembered Welch in a post of the actress and Miss Piggy. Oh. We will never forget our remarkable friend Raquel Welch, one of our favorite guests on The Muppet Show, from dancing with a giant spider to inspiring Fozzie Bear and duetting with Miss Piggy. Raquel could do it all. Timeless beauty. Wow. All right. It's always exciting when a woman ages gracefully. I met her at a Vietnam Veterans Convention a few years ago. She signed a Life magazine with her photo on the cover with a personal, endearing message. She was gracious, full of class, and spoke to each of us without any concern of time. She entertained the troops in Vietnam and is an icon that today's self-centered stars should heed. Semper Fi, you were one of us. Or is it Phi? God, I still don't know. That's awesome. This is very telling. She was with Bob Hope in 1967 in Vietnam. I think one of the things I noticed most on this thread is that there is nothing but nice, decent comments about this woman. One of those deaths you knew would come. It's still a bit of a shock. She's had dignity and poise. Wow. Shawshank Redemption. What did she look like in her prime? Raquel Welch. Oh, this was her. Oh my God, she was hot. This was, oh my God. Okay, this is iconic. Oh my God, she was fine. I'm just now realizing who she was. Oh my God, she was so beautiful. This girl. 1 million years BC. This is like an iconic Halloween costume now. Oh my God, she was stunning. Wow. Yeah, so pretty. Wow, so beautiful. Good for her. I don't want any nudes to come up by accident. Yeah, a total knockout. Wow. I wonder if when you die, you go back to you in your prime, or do you die and kind of stay as an old person? Or is it really just your spirit that's sort of ageless and wandering around? Okay, ew. She was on Seinfeld. I'm going to say that. I'm not dumb. I'm just not updated to her newest firmware. Wow. She was a specimen. She looks like a cartoon. She had a lot of plastic surgery. Hey, you got to keep up. You guys don't understand the pressures. Oh, what's up next? The Slayer. My first exposure to you was Dirty Jokes on Friday Night Tights, so I assumed you were just a comedian. However, you have extremely intelligent and nuanced views, and that stood out during the Eliza situation. You earned a sub. Thank you for becoming my submissive next. Get on the ground. No, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, I did make fun of Handler the other day, but now I zoom out and I go, okay, this is actually a waste of time. It's a total waste of time being mad at millionaires. Lucifer, the Doberman. Would love to see you on the Stitch and Adam show. I'm 100% sure you guys would have a great time talking. Stitch and Adam? Any relation to Lilo and Stitch? Or did Lilo get the boot and they had to add Adam in? Oh, Stitch. Okay. I'm writing it down. Are they cool? Are they based purebloods? Apache for 5. Chelsea didn't say the pros of being child-free. She shot across the bow at people with kids trying to justify her life choices, which comes off salty. Aha! Good point. Good point. I think it's beneficial. Like, not everyone has kids. She did talk about her accomplishments, her special, her books. Again, I would much prefer, like, I know she's trying to make jokes, she's a comedian. I would so much prefer seeing Chelsea giving like entrepreneurial or business tips to women, because if you are going to choose that path and you're not going to want or need a man for anything, it's like, well, you better fucking hope that you can provide for yourself. So I'd love to see Chelsea giving business tips and maybe like financial tips. Because who is going to help these women if they don't need a man for anything? Matthew Hammond, thanks for having Elle on. She's great. Oh yeah, Lauren. I enjoyed Lauren. Yeah, it looks like there's kind of no real update with the Eliza Blue situation. People are just kind of it's devolved into like just bickering, which is it's not even productive bickering. Yeah, I didn't like I feel you on what you said here. I don't really like her being like, I don't have to chase anyone in the grocery store. Like that's all that parenting is. And by the way, plenty of moms like still wear high heels and like still try to look hot. But that's the stereotype, is that they turn frumpy immediately. Okay. Free Britney. Free Britney Venti. Let's see. What else is going on? This is a funny story. Slightly racist, but definitely funny. Armed robber stayed at crime scene to eat victim's fried chicken, prosecutors say. Oh no. Okay, that's an irrelevant video. Chicago, of course, this is Chicago. A man is facing a bucket of felony charges after allegedly robbing a man at gunpoint and then staying at the scene to eat the victim's. Come on. Take out fried chicken. Chicago police arrived at the robbery scene within minutes and allegedly found James Taylor. That James Taylor? 20, still there, enjoying the victim's delicious fried chicken. Oh, wouldn't it be great if the chicken spot like turned this into some kind of commercial? Like, so good, it's fried chicken so good you'll kill for it or something like that. Oh, that'd be great. Officials said the victim, 35, parked in front of his home on the 4500 block of South Calumet around 1:30 a.m. Saturday and started to head towards his residence with his piping hot yard bird. What's a yard bird? Is that a gun? Is that slang for something? What the fuck is a yard bird? I have to look it up now. Yard bird. Oh, it's an English rock band. No, wait, that's not it. That's not what they mean. Is it? What the heck's going on? Piping hot yard bird. I'm going to move on. Taylor interrupted him to ask for a light, but the victim said he didn't have one and kept walking. Taylor then tapped the man on the shoulder. When the victim turned around, Taylor was pointing a pistol at his face. Prosecutor Kenneth Flesh said the victim handed over his keys, $2 in cash, a debit card, and the fried chicken. Taylor, probably because the $2 was his change from the chicken. Taylor, according to Flesh, climbed into the victim's car and went to work on the chicken while the victim dialed 911. No way. He ate it before he killed the guy? Damn. Wow. So you could get jumped for just having some good chicken on you. Police arrested Taylor a few minutes later. He is charged with armed robbery with a firearm, aggravated unlawful use of a weapon, aggravated possession of a stolen motor vehicle, and legal possession of a debit card. Illegal. Judge Ankur Srivastava, nice to see Indian judges, though, ordered Taylor to pay a $15,000 bail deposit to go home on electronic monitoring. The judge also advised Taylor, who has no criminal background, that he faces a minimum sentence of 21 years in prison if convicted of the armed robbery charge. Well, what did he get any charge for eating his chicken? However, prosecutors routinely offer defendants in similar situations the opportunity to plead guilty to a reduced charge for significantly lighter punishments. Dun dun dun. The story continues. That's fun. Stereotypes are fun. The Yardbird Bandit. Imagine during a famine, you have to walk down the street with fried chicken. Dude, that's like, I could see a society devolving into that. People just robbing each other for their food. Oh, Yardbird is short for chicken. Of course. Of course. Is this a Chicago phrase? How have I never heard it before? Yeah, I really want chicken too now. I'm so hungry. He's going to be sentenced for a year of chicken. A year for each piece of chicken. That's fair. Yardbird sounds like a euphemism for an ugly girl. Use it in a sentence. Chelsea Handler, though a yardbird, is not your problem. Wow. Yeah, I thought it was an intimate reference too. Yardbird is my ex-wife. I'm surprised there's no chicken joint called Yardbird. It's Midwestern. Okay. That makes sense. That's so funny. He ate his chicken. Let's go to another dark topic. Chris Cuomo. Remember Chris Cuomo from CNN? Whatever happened to him? Unalive, everyone, including myself. Chris Cuomo says CNN firing made him lose it. In a recent interview with former White House Communications Director Anthony Scaramucci on his podcast Open Book with Anthony Scaramucci, former CNN anchor Chris Cuomo made a dramatic statement about his mental state after being fired from the network in late 2021. According to the 52-year-old, he felt so consumed by the situation that he allegedly stated he was going to unalive everybody, including myself. That's how you know you haven't been fired enough times in your life. Like, no one firing should be so devastating that you feel this way. But it also was like, his whole character what came into question. He's also a public figure. Cuomo was let go from CNN due to his involvement in advising his brother, then New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, during a sexual misconduct scandal. Cuomo said he makes a lot of mistakes and needed therapy. He described his firing by CNN as getting shit canned. He got shit canned. It's just CNN. Calm down. There is damage that is relatable. There is damage that is unrelatable to people that I have to deal with, that I am working on. Imagine being Chris Cuomo's therapist. I'd be like, sir, please stop hitting on me. Cuomo looked back at his time saying at CNN and I wasn't set up to be number one. I wasn't the big name there. Just be happy you have a job, dude. Ugh. I didn't have the big team and they didn't do the advertising about me, but I was still number one. Why? Because it was the best show. Because I was giving people what they needed in that moment. I'm so important. I'm Chris Cuomo. After a TV comeback on News Nation, Chris recently admitted that he's embarrassed by the show's dwindling viewership. Cuomo reached 147,000 viewers when it debuted in October of 2022, but just 129,000 watched his interview with Kanye West. I didn't even know he interviewed Kanye West. Did you guys know that? I honestly thought he was still hiding in the Hamptons. Compared to his CNN show, Cuomo Primetime, which averaged over 1 million viewers per night, Chris News Nation show averaged about 63,000 viewers a night. So Tim Pool and FNT was beating him. Chris described his audience as small and people don't want to watch. It's hard to keep perspective on that because it's kind of embarrassing, he lamented before sternly telling The Mooch, I will never be #1 again. I believe that was taken. I believe wrongly. I will litigate that. Oh, you're going to sue CNN, Chris Cuomo? I am not going to bitch about it in the press. Oh, like you mean like you are right now? In February of 2022, Chris Cuomo sued CNN. Oh, he already sued. I'm late. I'm late to this. He sued last year. The case is still going on. Chris intends to fight for every dollar in his contract and loss of income from the 15 to 20 years left in his career. Oh, come on. Nothing is guaranteed. And Zucker now orchestrated a fuck job on him. What? Is this what he was saying? A fuck job? He could ask for as much as $80 million, but CNN isn't going to pay that. But there's an argument that he could ask for as much as $60 million. He wants Megyn Kelly money. Well, get your tits done. Last year, HarperCollins publishers canceled Cuomo's upcoming book at the time. This is why contracts have a morals clause. He lost his platform and his credibility. Yeah. Kind of sounds like a certain situation with a certain so-called sex trafficking victim, survivor, whatever. Interesting. Anybody live in Ohio? Anybody in the chat live in Ohio? How are you guys doing? I saw a video of someone trying to boil water in Ohio, and it was all like white and crazy and gross looking. Looks like anyone who interviews Kanye eventually turns out to be a nutcase. Yep, he ain't got Megyn Kelly legs. That's for damn sure. I'm unhinged. Hire me. I'd love to be fired and get an effing job. And sounds good to me. It does, right? Yes, free Brittany Venti. Didn't Andrew embezzle enough for both of them to live happy and the rest? Exactly. Like, just be happy. You were famous and did really well for many years. Q-Tip Cuomo. They all died. Oh, no. I'm in Ohio. I can't breathe. Candace doesn't seem to have been affected badly by her relationship with Kanye. True. Aw. Poor Ohio. Ohio has been floyded. Oh, man. Poor Ohio. Let's see. What's going on in Ohio? Ooh. What is Twitter saying about Ohio right now? Ohio residents, TC Drano said this yesterday, do not sign any liability waivers against Norfolk Southern or any other parties responsible for this horrific chemical disaster. Hearing reports of people being pressured to sign, don't do it. Please get the word out so these victims can get justice one day. Something in Spanish. Oh, yeah, these photos are going all around, like of what the air or the atmosphere looks like above, what is it, East Palestine. Yeah, from Luke Radowski. Don't worry. Just go back to work. The air is safe to breathe. The U.S. government after 9/11. East Palestine, Ohio right now. God, that looks so bad. 18 minutes ago. Just 18 minutes ago. Justin, another train has derailed in Michigan that was carrying hazardous materials. What is going on? This seems like a coordinated attack on our railway system across the country. I've noticed it's in the key battleground election states too. Ohio, Arizona, Michigan. Oh, this is nuts. Catturd. Love Catturd. Good morning to everyone except the incompetent criminal morons who decided to light tons of dangerous chemicals on fire in a contained area in Palestine, Ohio, thus spreading it for hundreds of miles with a deadly, toxic mushroom cloud. Arrest everyone involved. What does Erin Brockovich have to say about this? I can't believe she's a real person. Lauren Boebert, it's been nearly 2 weeks and Mayor Pete has yet to go to East Palestine, Ohio. Perhaps they should reconsider changing the name of their town to Ukraine if they want the Biden regime to pay attention. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but why did the CDC update their profile for vinyl chloride 11 days before the train crash in Ohio? What? Damn. Ted Murphy is a resident of East Palestine, Ohio. Ted lives right near the fallout site and moved his mother immediately after the derailment, but before the explosion. Sunday after the derailment, he came back to her insulin and encountered the chemical fallout. His skin. Let me play.
What's up, guys? Here in East Palestine, Ohio. Here with and it's Tom Murphy, Ted Murphy, Mr. Murphy here. And what's your experience been like with this entire situation over the past couple weeks? Sir?
Horrific. I'm evacuated out of my house before they pulled the evacuation because my 80-year-old mom lives with me. My house was engulfed in fumes. So I got her out, packed some clothes, and then Sunday I come back to get her insulin because we didn't grab her insulin. She needs it.
This past Sunday?
Yeah, no, Sunday before the implosion.
Oh, okay.
And when I left to go back over, the fumes in town were nothing like they were on 170 coming out of that creek. I inhaled that air, and I thought I was going to freaking die.
Whoa.
I thought I was
So he went back with no like gas mask or anything? Damn.
going to die. I almost wrecked my damn truck. The road looked like a wet ribbon.
Whoa.
You tell me I didn't suck something in. There wasn't shit in that creek.
And did you have to go to the hospital? Or
I went to the hospital a week later.
Oh, wow.
And I'm so stressed out about it that when I went into the hospital, as soon as they put a cuff on me to check my blood pressure, I had 3 doctors standing there, and they took me back and put an EKG on me and had a shocker sitting there ready because they thought I was going to have a damn heart attack.
Wow. Wow, I'm sorry about that.
It's got me stressed.
Yeah.
I'm not moving back into my house.
Wow.
I just got done doing all that work to the outside of it. It's 3 big city lots. I got a big ass yard. I got a bad ass yard.
And now you can't use it.
Now I'm leaving it.
Yeah.
Hopefully my landlord's good about everything because I'm renting it.
Wow.
And I just bought all new appliances, new furniture, new beds. I made my mom a brand new home. Now I got to leave.
Where are these people going to go, though?
Yeah.
Right. You know, it ain't right.
And
we just want honest answers.
Yes,
The creek is dead. There's no doubt about it. You go
The creek? Does that mean the creek?
step on rocks now, and there's oil that comes up out around the rocks. Dead newts, dead lizards, dead salamanders, dead fish, dead snakes, dead frogs, everything in that creek is dead.
Yeah. Wow. And this fallout could last years even. People have been discussing.
Wow.
What do you think would be the best case scenario or resolution for everybody? And yeah, what do you hope to see?
I hope to see the environment clean. I hope to see a very small window of hazard. I don't want to see people coming down with cancers. I don't want to see children getting sick.
Oh, wow.
But it's
Do you think these environmental disasters are being, let's say, fortified to push climate change to help the Dems win in like 24? Oh, that's so fucked up if that's the case.
It's going to be in the water. There is no doubt about it. It's going to be in the water. Not in my mind. When you step on them rocks and oil's still coming out of it, there still ain't nothing in it. It takes a while to come back.
We're doing it live.
Town hopefully will fare well. Where all that shit went to after it went up in the air, We have no idea. What goes up must come down. It don't leave our atmosphere. It gets blown into it. It doesn't leave. It doesn't leave.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And are you retired or are you?
I work. I
Okay.
work.
And what do you do, if I can ask?
I'm a carpenter.
Okay. And is your work been affected as well?
Oh yeah, my mind's too occupied with worrying about everything.
Oh.
Making sure my mom's taken care of.
Okay, great.
Just what are we gonna do? I gotta find somewhere to live. I got
Yes,
like a couple weeks and boom, I gotta find somewhere to live.
You guys are at a hotel now?
No, I'm staying at my sister's house in Nigby where all that pollution went down to.
Oh,
wow.
man.
Wow.
So I don't shower there. I don't drink water there.
Wow.
We don't do nothing with it there. We buy water.
Yeah.
We buy 5-gallon jugs. I just bought 200.
Damn, I wonder if they're like I don't know. I don't want to be conspiratorial and like put people into a panic, but it almost like you've heard people over the years talk about like, oh, there's gonna be a water crisis. Fuck.
Gallons worth.
And
And
why
why going to get 2 more 100 gallons worth?
And why'd you buy such a big quantity?
So my sister and them are good to go, and they have water.
Do you think there might be a shortage of purified water?
There might be. Fortunately, growing up in the area, I know where there's a bunch of springs, so I can go get water that are far enough away from this area.
And
That shouldn't be the situation.
in light of people's jobs being affected, their houses being affected, their home values being affected, what do you think, if at all, what amount of money would be fair compensation for everybody? Or is it on an individual basis? Or
I
what do
would
you
think it'd be more of an individual basis.
Yeah.
Said and done. I'm not worried about money. I'm worried about my health.
Mm.
You know, I'm worried about all my nieces and nephews' health.
Yeah.
I'm worried about my daughter's grandchildren's health.
Yeah.
She can't even have the grandchildren in her house now. I can't have my grandson come. I don't want them in the area. My daughters don't live down here. I don't want my grandchildren down here.
Yeah.
Ain't no way. No way. My daughter was going to come down. I said, you do not come here. You don't come here. Because I don't know. I know I inhaled shit down there that was in that creek, and that creek was worse than this entire town. There's no way it wasn't. People have no idea. There was no nuke screws down there. Nobody hung out on that creek. My partner that I do business with stayed there the entire time. I don't know how they did it. He put a charcoal filter in his living room, and he put one in his bedroom, and they covered their heads up with their pillows and a blanket and stayed underneath them for 3 hours.
Wow.
Wouldn't you leave?
I would have left.
I'd have left.
Yeah.
Shame on him.
Yeah.
But I'd have left. I'd have left.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a shame. I don't
FEMA
know.
didn't
I mean,
show up.
a
That's
dollar
fucking
value on
crazy.
something. There ain't no health. There's no value on your health that way. You know, I want to be here long enough to see my grandson grow.
Yes, sir.
You know, that's about the most important thing in my life. It's the only one I got.
Sure.
You know,
definitely.
I want to know I'm going to be here. So tell me what the hell I breathed in. Tell me I have no problems from it, and I got the next 20 years of my life to be okay.
And what did you think about the journalist getting arrested or the reporter getting arrested? Did you see that?
I think it was wrong. Everybody, you guys have a right, man. We might not like it at different times, depending on what side of the page you're on. But you know what? You have that right.
Yes,
you
sir.
have that right.
Yes, sir. Do you think some disciplinary action should be brought against those officers?
Yeah, I think they need to be re-educated on what people's rights are.
Mm-hmm.
Some officers think that, you know, they are the law.
Wow.
And they write the law. They don't. You know, we have laws for a reason.
Yes, sir.
Enforce them the right way. You don't incriminate people when they ain't supposed to be incriminated. You don't just need to throw somebody on the ground because they're standing ground with freedom of speech.
Right, definitely. And final message, sir, or anything you want to mention to all the viewers out there who may see this video?
I think people just really need to pay attention on what's going on, man. Toxic,
That's a good interview.
And toxic, it don't matter when you have a catastrophe.
Yeah.
Speak your voice, be heard. Stick your fingers out, stick your head out, stick it all the way out.
Stick your fingers out, guys.
And be heard. Make sure you're heard.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr.
We
Murphy.
got problems, man. We do. There's problems.
Mr. Murphy. I hope he's okay. Wow. Big line for the town hall Q&A happening tonight in East Palestine. This was last. Oh, wow. There was a town hall Q&A last night. Man shows up handing water bottles because those responsible for the toxic train derailment here aren't. The corporation that dropped the bomb on this city isn't standing up to help people out.
Well, I mean, for me personally, it was just, I can't just sit back and complain about this and not do anything. And I'm an hour away, so I'm like, what can I do?
Hmm.
So I brought some water.
Wow.
It's a small gesture, but maybe it'll get some other people here helping out because our government's not standing up to help people out. The corporation that dropped the bomb on the city isn't standing up to help people out. So we got to help out our brothers and sisters. Well, I mean,
Wow. There are nice people. Things that won't send you to jail. Cause an environmental disaster in Ohio. Hurt people with a jab. Be Hunter Biden. Things that will send you to jail. Defend your ranch from illegals. Peacefully protest outside an abortion clinic. Walk into the Capitol on the 6th. Wow. From Robbie Starbuck, at an elementary school in Springfield, Ohio, a group of black students forced a group of white students to say Black Lives Matter and assaulted anyone who wouldn't say it. Oh, okay. I thought this was about the chemical thing. Shouldn't all the testing have been done before the residents of Ohio were told it was safe to go back home? Yeah. Good point, Viva Fry. Damn. Wow. What a joke. Anyone involved with the obvious cover up happening in East Palestine must be criminally charged. Woke societies trust the science equals the air and water are safe. Breaking report, Norfolk Southern Railway Company is responsible for the ecological disaster in East Palestine, Ohio. Backs out of town hall meeting with local residents. Wow. Go follow our job from Minnesota. Dude left corporate America to fight the good fight. Greedy corporate cowards. Ironically, the three biggest institutional investors of this railroad is 1 Vanguard, 2 BlackRock, 3 JP Morgan. Damn. Wow. MSN doing damage control 11 days later. Of course, they're going to blame who? Trump? Oh, do they really? Good gosh. Yes, it must be Trump's fault somewhere. The town hall was canceled. It's just a meeting. I wonder if they were in violation of the amount of hazards that were being transported. Those are the questions. Plus, the safety data material sheets is what I would want to see. I bet anything they're all working to cover up a violation. The reaction to the reporter says it all. Wait till they bury the train cars where they sit. That is the railroad way. Seen it done multiple times. Yuck. The disaster is the Livingston, Louisiana, September 28, 1982, all over again. Wow. This is all about their stakeholders, JP Morgan, BlackRock, etc., all in bed with government people pointing fingers at Trump for deregulation. But it's 2023. Regulations could have been passed, but not at the expense of those funding your campaign. Oh, wow. This is messy. Susan is trending. The Susan? My Susan? Wow. Susan from YouTube. Derek Gregory. The people in Pennsylvania are also going to be affected because of the toxic cloud heading east from ground zero. Ugh. Anybody live in Pennsylvania? Nate Marks, we should be pro-environment as conservatives. Corporate America is a major polluter. Don't allow the left to claim that space. Luke Viano, if America was under attack, your news would gaslight you, saying it's not happening. Apache, thanks to the super chat. Hazmat fire going on in Florida at the moment in a warehouse. What the hell? Yeah. What in the hell is going on? Like at this point, looks like a coincidence. More than a coincidence. There are no coincidences. I hate when you have to be a member to read an article. What is happening? Oh, what's up? Deepwood Dugan. You're in Ohio. Thanks for the super chat. I'm in Ohio. East Palestine is far east Ohio. The toxic cloud blew east over Pennsylvania, so they will be affected more than most Ohioans, even though the crash was in Ohio. Don't forget the Inzers! Damn. All right. Hope you stay safe. Hold on. Let me look into this Susan situation. Susan Wojcicki? Did she bounce from YouTube? What happened to Susan? Stepping down. She's stepping down. Susan Wojcicki is stepping down as CEO of YouTube. Wow. Who could possibly be taking her place, though? Should we read the Forbes article? Is that going to bore everyone to death? Roy G. I miss the older brand of feminism, not Chelsea's. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Oh, come on. Don't make me subscribe, you dumb shit. YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki is stepping down to be replaced by product chief. YouTube chief executive Susan Wojcicki on Thursday announced she is stepping down from the top job at the world's largest video platform. She will be replaced by the company's current number 2 executive, longtime product chief Neil Mohan. Today, after nearly wow, she's been here 25 years. I didn't even know YouTube was a thing for 25 years. I've decided to step back from my role as head of YouTube and start a new chapter focused on my family, health, and personal projects that I'm passionate about, Wojcicki wrote in an email to employees. The time is right for me, and I feel able to do this because we have an incredible leadership team in place at YouTube. The news was earlier reported by Vox. Wojcicki, a member of Forbes' Power Women list, became a CEO of YouTube in 2014. After previously heading Google's display and video ad businesses, she famously rented out her Menlo Park garage in 1998 to Google co-founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin, joining the company a year later as employee number 16. Wojcicki said she will remain at Google parent Alphabet as an advisor. Wow, Mama Susan! Mama Susan! She's going away. Bye, Susan. This is not good news if the new head is woke. Yeah, of course. Oh, yes, of course. YouTube is owned by Google, of course. I knew that, I swear. She sees problems coming up. Time to get the fuck out. Why is it always an Indian-looking dude in charge of these platforms? I don't know, because they work harder than everyone else. Why are Asians successful? I don't know. Look at their habits. She isn't really gone, just like Kathleen Kennedy isn't really gone from Lucasfilm, just like Bob Iger isn't really gone from Disney. This is all just another Bob Chapek situation. Replaced by AI. That's great. Wow. She was subpoenaed? Really? Wow. I tried to subpoena. I tried to spell subpoena. It didn't turn out good. Subpoena. I don't see anything about that. Okay. Sorry. It's not me. It's not you. It's me. Yes, I will replace Susan and get all of the Eliza Blue videos back. Google has paid a staggering bonus of $100 million to Indian American executive Neil Mohan just to keep him from accepting a job at Twitter. Oh, thank you, Al Bundy. No, ma'am. Subpenis, yes, also known as a micro penis. Google is in bed with YouTube, which is in bed with 23andMe, which is in bed with Twitter. It's all very incestuous. Look who runs the companies. Look at who they are related to. Yeah. This is weird. They're all in the business of getting our information. Huh. Oh, God, they're sisters. Well, this is interesting. Anne and Susan Wojcicki. Meet the sisters who run YouTube and 23andMe and have a collective net worth of $1 billion. I didn't know they were sisters. Success runs in the Wojcicki family. Susan and Anne Wojcicki are sisters with superstar tech resumes. Susan, 50, is CEO of YouTube, has long worked for Google. Anne, 45, co-founded and serves as the CEO of genetic testing website 23andMe. Their skyrocketing careers recently landed them on Forbes' list of America's richest self-made women at 42 and 44, respectively. Susan's net worth is $480 million. Holy fuck. While Anne's is $440 million. Oh, and their sister's no slacker. They have another sister. Jeanette is an anthropologist and an epidemiologist who works at University of California. Interesting. Their father, Stanley, was chairman of the university's physics department and is now professor of physics emeritus. He fled Poland at age 12 in 1949 when communists took over the country. Their mother, Esther, came from a family of poor Orthodox Russian Jews who immigrated to New York in the 1920s. She currently heads up a journalism program at Palo Alto High School, where James Franco was a student. The girls grew up on the university's campus. Wow. Anne wanted to pursue figure skating, which the parents opposed, preferring she play tennis. Yeah, because there's better networking in tennis than in ballet is full of gay dudes. Tennis, you could meet some, people in business. In some ways, it was the first example of me being stubborn or Okay. Susan went to Harvard. Of course she did. Anne went to Yale. Wow. Sisters. Okay, interesting. So they're all related. Have you guys ever done 23andMe? I think 23andMe is a better name for Leonardo DiCaprio's dating website, but that's just me. I'm getting red-pilled all over again. Sergey cheated on Susan's sister. The company dropped the Don't believe evil. Don't be evil. And Schmidt was able to steer Google into a more of a panoptic pastures. Blah. Show me and picked up Hugo Barra. What is 23andMe? It's like you spit or cum or pee into a tube and send it off, and then they test then they have your DNA forever. And it shows you exactly what your, ethnic breakdown is. I want to be that sister in that sister on sister billionaire sandwich. Ugh. They don't want your broke ass in there. Mm-hmm. No, actually, I was much younger when I had my first crush on Leo. We're birthday buddies. Not the same year, but day. And what company owns 23andMe? I don't know. Fucking Google. All right, so there's fires and chemicals going everywhere. Just everyone calm down. Usually I would go to Raquel Welch in situations like this, but god damn it. She's dead now. Let's talk about something fun. Like non-binary ex-Biden official Sam Brinton released without bail in luggage theft case. What? They let that Querio go. He has Querios for breakfast. The former Biden Department of Energy official accused in 2 separate stolen luggage cases in different states was released without bail. I'm not surprised. Wednesday, after a court appearance in Minnesota, Sam Brinton, who is non-binary and uses they/them pronouns, in case, anybody forgot, is accused of stealing a woman's Vera Bradley suitcase from the baggage claim in Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport in September. The bag and its contents were valued at $2,325. Damn. Brinton was charged with a felony theft after they were spotted using the luggage several times after allegedly snatching it. Brinton was released without bail and ordered to not contact any of the victims during a hearing on Wednesday, according to Fox News. Brinton, 35, I can't believe he's only 35, is also facing felony grand larceny charges in Nevada for a similar luggage heist incident in which prosecutors allege they stole another woman's suitcase worth $320 at Harry Reid International Airport in July. The suitcase contained more than $3,500 worth of jewelry, clothing, and makeup, the cops said. They appeared in Las Vegas court. It's so confusing. In the case in December, and they were released after posting a $15,000 bond. The judge in that case told the former nuclear waste official to stay out of trouble, with a wink. After the charges came to light, Brinton was placed on leave from their government job as a deputy assistant secretary for spent fuel and waste disposition at the DOE's Office of Nuclear Energy and was later fired. Now all that's left is, maybe Matt Damon cosplay, maybe a gay Matt Damon cosplaying jobs in your future. Several House Republicans had called on Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm to remove Brinton from the DOE before their firing. They face up to 5 years in prison for the Minnesota theft and 10 years in prison. Jail time for the Vegas heist. Wow. Oh boy. What the heck? Plane passenger screen goes viral. Should be jailed. An airplane passenger's crucified by sports fans after he was caught being the only person on a flight not watching the Super Bowl. Who gives a shit? I didn't watch the Super Bowl. A photograph taken inside a darkened cabin hilariously highlighted how everyone on the plane was glued to the NFL thriller between Kansas City and Philly, which the Chiefs won 38-35. More than 100 million Americans tuned in for the unusual sporting extravaganza, which had the added carrot of Rihanna's return to the stage for the halftime show. The one dude watching Hitch on this plane should be jailed. A menace to society. Oh, let the man watch Hitch. That's a very good airplane movie. Don't give him crap. Wow. Brett Handfling, how dare you out this man? Host of Fireside Knicks, sports guy. How dare he zoom in and out this person? And how did he know it was Hitch? How could he tell? Maybe he's seen Hitch. Instead of watching Patrick Mahomes, quarterback of the Chiefs, to the NFL championship, he opted to take in Will Smith piloting Kevin James to his one true love. That's right. This passenger preferred a rerun of the romantic comedy Hitch to the game that almost everyone in America. No, I wasn't watching it. Who gives a shit at the Super Bowl? Barstool Sports labeled him the biggest tryhard on the planet. What? Come on. Lighten up, everybody. This isn't a guy who simply wanted to watch Hitch last night. I'd imagine this person had seen the 2005 film at some point before. This guy wanted to send a message to who? He wants everyone on that plane to know he views himself as a superior being. No, he's not trying. He is better than everyone else because he's not watching the Super Bowl. Because he would never possibly engage in activities as lowly as watching the Super Bowl. Yeah. Aside from the fact that this dude is just the world's biggest loser, I guess I asked why such an intellectual is flying what appears to be JetBlue. Your ass was on. Come on, everyone's flown JetBlue. Calm down. Surely this caliber of human should be flying first class, or at least on an airline that has first class. Trying to flex from the cabin of a JetBlue is maybe the best self-own I've seen. Maybe he lives on Long Island, and like JetBlue is just with the most flights. Wow, you guys are being too hard on him. Wow. Barstool. I know. I used to like Barstool, and they started fighting with my boy Alex Stein. So, guys, today is a busy day. At 3:00, I am interviewing. What the hell is his name? Dr. Turtle Boy. What's his real name, though? Aiden something. Yes, Aiden Kearney. I'll be interviewing him today at 3:00. Then maybe I'll leave the other thing as a surprise. Then at 9:30, I am interviewing. Hold on, wait for it. Lauren Wojcicki. She created the documentary Died Suddenly. So that's going to be fun. And all right, I'll see you guys then. Stay